That's a good one. There we go, good one. The river that we are about to fish today is unlike anything you've probably ever seen, unless you've been here yourself and managed to wet a line and had the pleasure of experiencing such a unique body of water. Today we are 5.5 hours southwest of where I live in DFW, in probably one of the most scenic places in Texas. Take a look behind me. You would probably first guess think we're in Montana or Colorado, but no, we're in the hill country of Texas. Texas is, in my opinion, comprised of 4 different states in one. You've got north, south, east, and west, and the west is the best in my opinion. It is gorgeous down here in the hill country. We're on a mission today not only to catch fish, but show you guys what it's like to truly be in one of these amazing ecosystems and bring you guys along with as we do fish and discover and uncover some interesting things along the way. And all the while too, catching some native fish like the Rio Grande cichlid, one of the only native cichlids here in the United States. I'm excited. We've got Caleb, of course, who's filming it, and then eventually we're going to hop on the kayaks and show you what this river is about. And that river is the Rio Frio. Let's get after it. Let's do this. Day 1 on the Frio. I'm pumped. Officially in the water. Hidden Waters, part 2. Completely different than the last one we filmed. The last one we filmed, we were in the city, practically, on the outskirts of Fort Worth. Now we are in the hill country of beautiful, wonderful West Texas. First setup of the day, we've got a 6'9" Guggen Twitch rod. This is a Black Series rod, really nice. Super lightweight, it's got a ton of action. And paired with that, I've got a discontinued Mega Bass reel. I'm sure some of you guys don't even realize that Mega Bass used to make reels. They would partner with Daiwa and custom tune casting reels and spinning reels. This one in particular looks insane. Looks like something out of a video game. Custom skins reel, but it's a BFS reel, meaning it is meant for small lures, little drop shot, shaky heads, and in this case, topwater. I noticed this morning when we woke up, I was seeing some little mayflies hatch, and the mayflies were white. They were almost like yellow white. So I'm throwing a little Guggen blooper. And the nice thing about throwing the blooper is you can catch a little bit of everything, not just bass. There should be Rio Grande cichlid in this section of the river, and the cichlid love to eat tiny little bugs. Therefore, I'm gonna try and imitate just that by throwing a popper around. Something different. Usually I'm throwing poppers on spinning gear, but I wanted to try something a little bit different today. Oh, that was so cool. I knew there had to be a fish on these bushes. I don't think he was very big, but he was aggressive. The cool thing about the bloopers that some people actually don't know is you can walk this thing so well. It's intended to be a bait that you pop and stop, but oh, there we go. Oh, shoot, just had something on me. I saw the wake. That's so crazy. They have to be little bass, I would assume, or aggressive bluegill. So the interesting thing is the bloopers, it was a bait that we designed for a pop and stop motion, like bloop, and let it sit, bloop. But this bait has a really good knack for being able to walk it, like very tight walks, almost like a very small dying shad or minnow. And it's nice to have a lure that you can do a lot of different things with. Pop and stop, you can twitch it, you can walk it, you can, do a lot of different things with this little tiny topwater. And it catches a ton of fish. Probably my favorite topwater ever, period. Oh, that was cool. Oh, that was a good fish. That was a decent fish. Oh, and just the worst that could have happened. I lost him and I got snagged. There's tons of bait down there. I basically just got snagged in the brush, and that's what got that fish to eat. These fish in here might just be so tight to the bank because it's so shallow out here and it's so hot that they need to be like right up in the brush. That was a lot bigger than I thought. It was like 2 or 3 pounds. Damn. Just looks like a little minnow. Oh, another one. Golly. Oh. Still on it. That's so sick. He's still on it. They were freaking fired up. I didn't think they were eating the popper, and then all of a sudden, I'm just making a little bit better cast, and they're interested. Dude, it's so nice to get a big fish on this today. Very cool. It's nice to see them active. Don't really want to have to throw drop shots and finesse stuff. I'd much rather rely on top water, big swim baits, or if later today we transition to some big bluegill action or some Rio cichlids, that'd be fun. Just something different, you know, opposed to what we normally film. Oh, there's one. I got a fish. Ooh, there we go. First one of the day. First one of the day, baby. Oh! Oh! Was the first one of the day. Later. Quick catch and release on that one. It's a good sign though. Looked like a decent largemouth. Key word, looked. Oh well, it's a good sign. I'd take a lost biting fish than a fish that did not bite at all. Damn. The name of the game this morning is just losing fish, missing bites. Oh, there's another one. Oh, there we go. Redemption. Redemption. A little bit smaller than the first bite I had, but we'll take it. We will take it. Oh, come here. Nice. Our first Frio fish. I'm gonna head on over to Caleb so we can get some nice shots of this beautiful West Texas bass. Beautiful. Our first proof that there's fish in this river, as if we needed proof already, but it's nice to actually hold one. A small largemouth bass. It's kind of an oxymoron, but it is a little guy. Let's send him back. Hopefully get a bigger one. Later, little dude. Let's go. We conquered the Frio, that's it. One fish. Came out here, not with the anticipation of catching 100 fish today, although that would be great, but really just wanted to get a feel for this place and show you guys just the scenery. It's unbelievable. Like where I live in DFW, looks nothing like this. All right, well, let's keep cracking. This right here is what I caught that fish on. Tried and true bandito bug. It's one of my favorite creature / craw style baits. It's subtle, it's tasty, it's got a little shrimp and anise flavor, and ultimately the fish love it. I've caught some of my biggest bass ever on this very rig. Texas rig bandito bug, and one of my favorite colors, that being blue baby. Started in the morning with a popper, and now that the sun's come out a little bit, we've had to resort to fishing on the bottom. 2 bites thus far, right in the general area. We're gonna refish that deep bank that I was throwing the popper over and got some strikes and see if we can get some of those fish that we saw earlier. Oh, this weather feels amazing. This is rare. Oh, oh. There we go. There we go. Got something. Little bass. Little largie. Little largie on the finesse stick. Come here, little bass. Come here, little dude. Ah! I don't know why I'm lipping him. He's not that big. Oh, nice. Caught that one with a little finesse worm. Same rod that I had the popper tied on. I just cut it off and tied on like a little, I think this is called a hot shot rig. It's like basically like a short leader drop shot with a worm, wacky worm style. Beautiful little bass. Gonna send him right back. Later, Stinky. See you later, Stinky. Nice. We'll take it. That's a decent one. That's a little bit better, maybe. Maybe. Oh yeah, it's a good one. Whew. Decent little bass. Decent little bass. Oh, stay hooked. Every time I hook up to a fish, pulls me right to the bank. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, come here, get out. Oh my God, get out of the tree. Get out of the tree. I am not built for kayak fishing, that is for sure. Come here. Should be all worn out, bud. Nice little almost 2-pounder. Nice fish. Nothing like a couple bass bites in the morning on a new river you never fished before. That is awesome. You cannot beat the tiny river bass pull. These little guys go so hard in this tiny system. What is basically a 1.5 pounder felt like a 3 on the end of my rod. Awesome fish. Let's get an underwater shot of this guy and keep fishing. Let's freaking go. Well, we've made it to a dam, a crossroads, if you will. It is now time to venture into truly some more unexplored fishing territory. Maybe not unexplored, that's not the best word, but maybe hidden. Hidden is a better word. We now have to take the kayaks over this little dam, down a skinny water section into an area where hopefully it opens up and we find some more fish. This was fairly productive. I feel like if we got here a little bit earlier, we might have had a better shot at catching more fish. I was seeing the fish, but wasn't able to catch them. Even the bluegill have been a little stingy. Like I said today, I'm after anything and everything. So we even got the noodle stick out. Cool thing about the Frio and rivers like this is they're just so full of different types of life. Not only life, but different types of life. So you've got long-eared sunfish, green sunfish, pumpkin seed, bluegill, not to mention all the other little tiny species that hide within the rocks. And of course, the more bigger predatory fish, that being the striped bass, the largemouth, potentially even smallmouth. I don't know what lives in this river. It's my first time here, so that's what's so exciting is we're starting fresh. But let's see if we can drag these yaks down a couple little ripples and make it onto some bigger territory. Oh my God, look at the cichlid. Oh, dude, there's so many cichlid right here. Oh my God. Oh my God. Dude, there's like 30 of them. I gotta circle back around. Yeah, this is too big. Dude, there were so many of them. I'm gonna downsize. I'm a panfish freak. Even though they're technically not panfish, they can fit in the pan. So in my book, they're panfish. One of my first videos ever was crappie on cranks. So if I can catch some little stuff here and there, I'm a happy man. These ones look big. These ones look close to 1 or 2 pounds. Gosh, just as soon as I found some fish, the wind picks up, blows me right into the spot I'm trying to fish. Watch me catch a crappie doing this. Oh my God, I did not. Right into the tree. Well, we know they're there. This is crazy. What you see right here is a road that is underwater. You got traffic coming both ways. And this is our second portage spot to continue down this river. I feel like we're getting pretty lucky with how much water there is right now. I figured it was gonna be a lot lower, but I just thought it was pretty cool. Not too many times do you have to portage over a wet road to get to the next fishing zone. I'm gonna have to slide my ass down, I think. All right, I'm going in. Caleb got a little wet on that one. Oh, he's not done yet. How do people drive if it's so slick like that?
There's just a Miata down here.
Yeah, dude. I would not be surprised if there was a car waiting down here for us. Nice. Nicely done, partner. All right, let's keep floating. I imagine this is going to be our last stretch of the river. I don't know how much farther this goes, but I thought we would have hit a dead end by now. Pretty cool. Unfortunately, Caleb completely went head over heels, ass over tail. But yeah, the river continues. The only reason why this section of the river, which by the way is the headwaters of the Frio, is somewhat full right now is because of the springs. Like way far down from here, the river's dry. Technically, the Rio Frio is 7,000 miles long, but so much of that is completely barren and empty, quite literally sand and dust. But up here in the headwaters where the river starts, you've got springs that are keeping water flowing. Oh, here comes a car. It's pretty cool. That's what we just brought our kayaks over. This river's nuts. Somehow we've managed to plan a trip to go fish this hidden desert river during like the one August rain of the entire season. I'm not complaining though, it feels nice. All right, we've made it to our third pool. It's very tiny, but what I've learned from previous experiences, there is water never too small to not yield at least a couple fish. So we're gonna take our time here. It's kind of nice being the only ones back in this little secluded area and maybe get a fish or two. Nice thing is we know we have some water up ahead that we can fish on the way back, but for now, let's give this a shot. We put all the camera gear away to keep from equipment getting ruined, but I figured I'd pull out my phone to show you guys that it is indeed a miracle. Raining this far south in Texas in the middle of summer, not just summer, but August. Unbelievable. What's up, Panda Caleb, real quick? He's having fun.
A lot of fun, John, a lot of fun.
He was just on a cruise for 13 days. Having the best time of his life, and literally a day after, I'm like, hey man, you wanna go on a river and float?
From the tropical Barbados to East Texas, what would you call this, monsoon?
Monsoon, yeah, I mean, this is a monsoon for down here. It's coming down. Absolutely coming down. Well, I'm gonna wait this out for a second. It's pretty gross. Oh my gosh, that was so sick. That was so sick. Finally, a topwater fish. It's actually not bad. Not a bad one. Oh, come here. Come here, dude. That was such a gnarly little eat. That was such a gnarly little eat. Come here. I got you. In the boat. In the boat. We waited out the rain. I'm absolutely drenched right now. My fingers are pruned. But we might have a bit of a window here, and after the rain usually is a pretty good time to fish. I decided to pick back up the little white blooper, and we got our first official topwater bass of the day. This fish is warmer than me right now. I'm freezing cold. Cannot believe it rained on us today, but it actually is probably gonna be pretty nice for tomorrow's fishing session. One last look, we're gonna send her back. Yeah, so nice. It was worth the wait, honestly, just watching that fish come up and strike. Thank you for biting, my friend. Oh, that was a good one. No. That was a decent fish. Saw its body. Dang it. Trying to get some redemption here, dude. Can't get redemption when that happens. That was my fault. I did not set the hook very well. All right, a little too crazy. Oh, that was sick. That was sick. I wasn't even looking. Ooh, that's a decent one. Just had to switch banks. Just had to switch banks and stand up. First time I've stood up all day in the kayak. He's not bad for a dried up little creek, or I guess a river. Look at him swim down there in that clean water. That is so gnarly. That is so gnarly. Took like 2 pops. Boom, on. Boom, on. Standard ditch diggler. A little less than a pound, we'll take it. That's fun. Topwater in a clear water desert river. It's tough to beat. Let's get an underwater shot. Thank you. Love little stinkies. Later. See ya. Dude, that is gonna be the sickest shot ever. Shout out to the little stinkies out there for keeping your boy busy. I don't complain. I'm not out here for 10 pounders. I'm out here for a fun, good time. And that right there, that scratches the itch. That was fun. I can finally say that I now have fished the Frio River. We've fished the Devil's River, the Guadalupe River, the Brazos River, and now the Frio. Not only the Frio, but the headwaters. This is where this river is the origins. This is where it begins, and it trickles down into Choke Canyon. And I think eventually, somehow or some way, makes its way into the ocean. Don't quote me on that. I don't know. Maybe not. But the Frio is beautiful. We only got a small sliver and taste of it. We are very limited with 2 facts. One of which is the overabundant private no fishing, no trespassing signs that litter the surrounding land of this river. I think it's a little unnecessary. It just seems like the locals don't want a whole lot of people to use this system for public use, for fun, for fishing, for wading, which I can understand both different ways. But for us, we just want to film and fish. It makes it very hard to drop into some of these areas where A, there's no parking, and B, they've got signs everywhere saying that, we'll shoot you on site. We've got cameras everywhere. But there's no signs that say we'll shoot you on site, but you kind of get that vibe, especially down here 5 hours southwest of Texas. And the other factor too is we're dealing with the drought. So a lot of this river is completely empty. And the only reason why you see water up here is because most of this section is spring fed, meaning there's water coming out from under the earth and creating this section of the river. There's no rainfall or anything. This is basically where it begins. But the nice thing is we are about to join forces with one of my favorite little friends, one of my absolute, he just puts a smile on my face. This guy, he's what most would call the Justin Bieber of fishing. I guess some people call him the swim bait kid. I don't know why I think he only throws wacky worms on Lady Bird Lake now, so I don't know if he should be called the swim bait kid anymore. But my good friend Grant Langmore is traveling from Austin, Texas, and he's gonna join forces with us tomorrow to really get a good grasp of this river. And hopefully we get to show you guys a different section, a different scope, something that looks completely different this because the Frio changes. You've got this water that's clean, but not the cleanest. And you've got sections where it's crystal clear, huge bluff falls. I mean, it can change like that. So we got to head back home, grab some grub, meet up with Grant, and ultimately game plan for yet another successful day on the water. But all in all, the Frio is dope in my book. Who's that? Did you invite somebody? Oh my God.
This place is haunted.
Oh my God. Who invited him? All right, yeah, come on. Let's go.
Can I come in? Please, it's so cold out there. Howdy, brother.
Did you text him? Did you tell him that we were fishing?
I just kind of showed up, followed Caleb on Snap Maps, and here we are, 4 hours later.
Do you usually show up to a current event with a toothpick in your mouth?
Heck yeah, I got spurs on my boots too. We're out here, brother.
Nice. So Matthew McConaughey's decided to join us on. I'm just kidding. What's going on?
That's me. What's up, man? Good to see you.
All respect, bro. I'm just playing. Good to see you.
Better be.
You see the spread here, dude? I've been doing a lot of research. I planned out all the different. I think we did one of these today, and we figured out a lot of these are just all private, all hard to get to.
One thing I'll say is my handwriting's pretty bad, but I think it might be slightly more legible than yours.
I got bad handwriting.
No, it's all right.
You got me on that. As you can tell, Grant has decided to join us
We made it.
on this fishing mission. You've heard some intel as far as the Frio River.
Oh yeah.
Where you've heard of, is it like super cool and scenic too? Because we're out here not only to catch fish, but also to experience the truth.
Dude, I don't know about you, but when I drove in here, it's about as scenic as it gets. This hill country is like some of the most beautiful country on God's green earth, that's for sure.
I think we did a total of maybe like 2 miles today.
Okay.
I expected the dragging to be a lot worse, but it wasn't. It was
Some rain.
just some rain, you know, that helped the dragging.
Yeah.
Turned the dry into wet. I think people in like the Midwest, like even growing up in Illinois, like you don't hear about a river going dry.
Yeah.
Ever. Mainly because there's rain, obviously, and a lot of the rivers up there are always constantly fed by lakes, or you know, like the thing is there's no lake above here.
Yeah.
This is a rare example where I've fished, like one of my first time fishing, other than the Devils, my first time fishing a river system where there's no big headwater like lake.
Full.
This
yeah,
is
spring
straight
fed.
this is straight spring fed, and occasionally you get rain up here, but especially this time of year.
Yeah. Dude, honestly, I think we got a little bit lucky though, because we have gotten some rain. Because this time of year, I mean, for the most part, like anything that doesn't have a spring is going to be quite literally.
We got about an inch in my drawers today. So
Yeah.
that equates to probably 2 inches on the river. Grant and I are gonna sit down for a bit, game plan, and figure out what we're gonna do. I got the rods in. We're gonna retie some leaders, get fresh. I think tomorrow's goal is to, like I said, show you guys a new part of the river, and then maybe improve upon what we fished today. And got a lot of fish, little ones, but still fun.
We'll swing for the fences tomorrow and try and get a 5 to 7 pounder, because as far as rivers go, that's a giant. And I think the stretch, according to some of the people I talked to, the stretch we're fishing tomorrow does have that caliber.
You want to shout them out, or maybe they don't want to be known?
Yeah, shout out to my buddy Mike. I appreciate it, brother.
We're cool, bro. Hey man, let's f it up.
Let's fuck it up.
That was insane.